Hello, everybody, and welcome yourselves to the ECC Division 1 playoffs for Season 4. We're glad to have you guys here, of course. Yeah, we're going to be having 4 best of 7 today. Going to be some very exciting action between the teams here. Of course, the teams we have in the playoffs. We have Armani, Clap Blue, Gedalius Tempest, and Parallax facing off to see who will be the Division 1 champions. But before we dive any further into any of the games, of course, we've got to introduce ourselves here. My name is Faded, and joining me in the casting booth is the one and only You Got Jammed. How are you today, man?
Pretty good, man. Looking forward to seeing how this all plays out. I actually played in the Div 1 last season, so I know a few of these teams, and it's going to be a good competition today.
Yeah, for sure, going to be very exciting stuff. So we're going to take a look at our first series of the day, which will be Armani against Parallax. This is the number 1 seed against the number 4 seed. So first take a look at Armani. Of course, they have an 8-1 record in the regular season, and their roster is Moggy, Arch, Zirkle, and then their subs Leon and Cookies. And then Parallax, who are coming as the 4th seed, 6-3. Their roster is One Skunk, Hulum, Dr. Zul, and Kobe. So yeah, Parallax, the Estonian team, against the mixed European side of Armani. So very exciting stuff. So Jams, I have to ask you, what are your initial thoughts on this matchup?
I would say with the records in both sides that Almani would probably take this one relatively comfortably, but maybe in this more emphasized session, considering it is the playoffs, maybe Parallax might show up. But I do have a feeling that Almani will probably be all right with this. Maybe use it as more of a tune-up game, ready for that grand final if they do make it through.
Yeah, definitely. Armani, they're heavily favoured in this one, and taking a look at their previous results, Armani swept Parallax last time they faced off. I think that was in the 3rd or 4th week of league play, so very convincing results, and I assume it's very similar rosters this time around. I'm not sure what teams they play with that time, but I'd imagine it's not much different, so we could see a repeat result, perhaps a big sweep coming out here again for Armani, but yeah, they are the heavy favourites coming into this matchup, so it's going to be exciting to see who will win this one. But I think now, Jammed, we'll just hop straight into our predictions. So we'll give it to you first. Who have you got winning this one?
Yeah, so I'll think I'm going to sound like a 3-1 to Almani. I think maybe Parallax will bring something to the table, probably a game 1 win, I would say, which is probably the most likely chance they have of actually getting the ball rolling. But I think if Almani take it, they might actually sweep them. But I'm going to stick with the 3-1 today.
It's actually best of 7. I forgot to mention that
Oh,
too. Yeah.
okay. Well, let's say 4-1 then. Let's say they'll still only take that game and they'll finish it off. Yeah, that was my fault. I should know that.
That's no bother. But 4-1, yeah, fair prediction. I think I'm gonna go with the sweep here. Sorry for the parallax, guys. But I'll give it to. Well, you said "Oh my knee" for your prediction, right?
Yeah, Almani 4-1.
Yeah, I just completely mocked that up on the overlay. Ignore that. Anyways, I was just questioning myself why did I put parallax, but anyways, yeah, I'm gonna give it to my knee. 4-0. Gonna be the big sweep coming out here for them. I feel like Parallax, I don't see them standing that much chance. I mean, yeah, I don't even know why they're in Division 1, because they're a champs to caliber roster, at least in my opinion. So I think they're just gonna completely whitewash this one. 4-0, gonna be a sweep there. But Parallax, I feel like they are capable of taking games at least. You know, they are a fairly solid roster in their own right, but they had some troubles in the past, previous matchups that I saw. But I think they will come out a lot stronger this time. I do expect them
Yeah,
to
I
do a lot
mean,
better.
I definitely agree here. I think they will bring something to this game. I don't think it'll be a complete walkover for Almani, and they could catch them off guard early, actually, depending on how quick Parallax come out of the gate. I haven't had much experience with Almani, but Parallax I have played against before, and they are no joke. They will bring it to them. Very attacking play as well. And like you said, from the records of both sides this season, it does seem like Almani might have the significant advantage. But once you get into these finals, especially best of 7, which completely changes the dynamic of how you play and approach the series. Plus, it's great for us too because that means it's even more games today. So I'm actually quite happy that I found out. Although I found out the hard way, having to do it on live streams. That's my
Yeah.
bad. That's not yours.
It's no worries. We all muck up. I mucked up in it already, so it's all good. But yeah, best of sevens are really exciting because well, really best of sevens are different from best of fives because it's more test of endurance, really. Who can keep it going, and especially now, it's gonna be good for warm up. Getting these games in rather than opposed to just the best of five. But best of seven, it just shows the mental fortitude of teams, really. But you can't just think you can just relax and think it's really easy because I've learned the hard way in previous seasons that having if you have a lead, it's still not 100% safe because a team can easily come back from that if they're determined enough. And me in the last season's playoffs in the Champions Division, 3-1 up and then completely chokes 3 games in a row. So that wasn't very nice. But you just got to keep your focus up throughout the entire series. If you want to win, and they can't let themselves slip here because even though they're heavy favourites, they can't just say, "Oh, we'll just mess around, don't need to take it seriously." Because Parallax, they're still a very capable roster, so that's the mentality you've got to have going into this one.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And, switching that into sort of the different perspective from Parallax's point of view, even if they go a game or two down in this series, they're still not out of it. When it's a best of 5 and if you get 2-0'd from the first 2 games, then, your mentality kind of shifts and you think, right, I've got to go in towards a bit more desperation in terms of our approach, and you really need to get that last win, and the pressure mounts a lot quicker. But when you've got that best of 7 and you have a few fail safes, the 2 things that can occur is the fact that you won't get into the opponent's heads as quickly, even if you are taking the first couple of games off them. But at the same time, the first few games can be a bit more relaxed because there's not as much riding on them. I mean, obviously, it's still good to sweep them up and to get the win. But overall, you if you lose the game 1, it's not going to affect you mentally as much as it would in the best of 5.
Yeah, in best of fives, the first game is oftentimes very important. I think, at least at the professional level, statistically, the team that wins the first game, has a higher success rate of winning the whole series when compared to teams that lose the first game. But in the best of 7, I can imagine that's going to be different because the first game has not got as much riding on it. If you lose the first game, it's like, all right, it's whatever. We can, you can learn from the first game, and okay, we've still got 3 more games that we could possibly give up anyway. You got to reach 4 to win the series. So yeah, that's what's going on here. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, it's that aspect of going in, and the first 2 games we've seen it a lot in the best of 5, especially in Division 1 as well, when there's been a lot of kind of very conservative approaches to plays, a lot of nerves coming through in the first few, and having that best of 7, knowing that the first game isn't as important, we might hopefully see a much more aggressive approach from both sides. So it'll be nice to see how they come out and approach this first game. But I'm guessing Almani are just going to throw a lot at them, and it will just to be mostly to see if Parallax can stick in and hold their ground.
Yeah, for sure, but now the players are ready, they are in the server, and so I think we will get ourselves into this one. Our first series of the day, ladies and gentlemen, best of 7 between Almani and Parallax in the playoff semi-finals of Division 1. We'll be back right after this map animation. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the first series of the day getting underway here. The best of 7 between Almani and Parallax. And I'd like to point out we've actually got two Moggies basically on the side of Armini. We have Mogs and Norris and Mogs a backpack. This is quite strange, Jams.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to have a much harder job of it than I am because you're shoutcasting, but overall it's going to be difficult to keep track of. I'm trying to see if they're in the same car. I think one's Octane, one's Dominus, so that's going to help you a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So we could call them Dominus Moggy and Octane Moggy, I guess. So anyway, we'll keep diving into this one as we do see some pressure from Armini. We got Mr. Octane Moggy coming in. Cookies putting this one into the box. Hulam missing that ball. Moggy has a shooting opportunity there, but puts it just wide in there. Now here comes one skunk to put this in the field, and this one's blasted onto the backboard. Hulam does miss the touch, and he has actually bumped out of the air. Now Moggy with the shot, brilliant finish from him, and that'll be Armini getting the scoring open here.
Yeah, and I think it's exactly what we both predicted, really. You know, Armini just to throw everything they had to him, and Parallax not really seeming to get off the mark in the air. Also looking a little bit kind of negative, I guess. Definitely going for balls, bit of nerves coming through, but hopefully this will settle down a bit and they'll give him a good first game.
Yeah, for sure, as we are seeing the Parallax sides getting some pressure on here. As now Mog's a backpack over to Cookies, puts it into the centre from Moggy, but could not find the shot. Now Hulam back down the other end, he has zero boost. What can he do with this? Puts it into the centre, but one skunk just backs off from it. Now double commit from Armini. One skunk trying to play patient there, but the ball is still contested. Now Mog's a backpack into the corner. One skunk clears it away. Here comes Cookies now on net, and it is cleared away by one skunk, but now Moggy keeping the pressure on, gets the shot net off the post. Hulam will turn it to the side. He'll now play it back down the field. Cookies just missed that ball. Now Kobe is just catching up to it. Going for a bump play, I think that's pretty interesting, but he is demolitioned himself for his efforts. Now the counter attack coming out. Moggy just bangs it into the corner, where Kobe is ready then waiting, but he can't find good control over it. Mog's a back into the centre for Mogsonoris, his second goal of the game. What a play from them. It's just great to see, really.
Yeah, really nice passing play, intercepting the ball off Kobe there, not looking too confident in that corner, and Mogsonoris really cool heads up to get himself back into a position where he can receive the ball and just drops it down to the bottom right.
Yep, brilliant finish from him, a nice play. Of course, they are starting off the way they want to in the series. So Kobe's trying to find a response here, but he cannot get contact with the ball. Mogsonoris into the opposing corner, looking for some more here, but one skunk, a great clear out. And now he'll look to continue it himself as Cook is trying to interfere with this play potentially. It is onto the back wall. A little bit awkward for the Armini defense, but Cookies will still be able to get it away. Now Kobe does drop it down. Mogsonoris has a bit of time to work with, decides to boom it down the field. Here comes Cookies, but he doesn't have a lot of boost to work with for that redirect. And Mog's a pack back, puts it into the box. It is cleared early by one skunk. Now a bit of a scramble in the Parallax half, but I'm working to get it out of the box with a passing play here. And Mog's a backpack right back to Mogsonoris. And here comes Hulam, just booms it down the field. Cookies does get that save. Now one skunk with a second opportunity, but it is sent wide. Now Kobe with a shot in net. Here comes Mog's back with the save. Now Mogsonoris into the centre, not the clear he wants, and Hulam does get a shot, but Mogsonoris does get the recovery. And now Parallax are getting some attacking pressure of their own here.
Yeah, they are. They've had a really good spell the last sort of minute or so, and it's interesting to see Armini defensively looking a little bit under pressure here, and a couple of double commits coming through there, especially right onto that goal line. But they do seem to have taken back control, and a nice little chance there, but they've still got the pressure on.
Yes, still Armini. They are sitting at 2-0 up, only in a minute and a half for Parallax to try and find something in this game. They've had their chances, but they just couldn't convert them. As now here comes Cookies, puts it into the corner, back into the server, Mog's a backpack going up for that one. And now one skunk, putting it into the corner for Cookies, absolutely slams that one down the field. Now Kobe will be getting this one. Cookies looking to centre it, dropping into the box, but Hulam will be there to block Moggy's attempt. Now the demo onto one skunk, gives Cookies a shooting chance, but Kobe will be there, puts it across his own net. Now Moggy trying to put it back to a teammate. Here comes Mog's backpack, cuts in for that one. But zero boost to work with, will grant possession over to one skunk, but a missed touch there does grant it over to Cookies now. Dropping it down into the box, here comes Mogsonoris, the hat trick, and again a brilliant play here from Armini.
Yeah, excellent there. Cookies picking it up into the corner. That same right corner causing Parallax a few problems, and Mogsonoris in a wonderful position again. Really nice drop down pass. Didn't have to do much other than put it in the net.
Yeah, for sure. 1 minute left. It's a 3-goal lead for MINE. They've surely got this game in the bag. What a first game they've had here, and they're looking to get some more here, whereas Parallax looking for a consolation, trying to figure out a way they can counter MINE's playstyle here, as Cookie's attempted infield pass, no one's there to receive it. Now Hulam back down the other end, going for the air dribble, gets one touch on it, can I get the second? Moggy is there for the save, and now here comes Cookies to try get it out. He's looking to follow it up himself, but Mog's back is up as well. He's tried to find a pinch there, I think, but couldn't connect on it. Now Kobe, not the best touch in the wall. Mog's just puts it back into his own half. Double commit here from MINE. Will not matter too much, as it is air dribbled out and ground pinched. And now 15 seconds left. Kobe Jack puts it into the middle. Cookies intercepts that pass. And one skunk. Look at this play. This one back down the field, looking for a consolation perhaps, but Boost is not on his side. This one back into the centre for potentially one more chance. Hulam try for it, but it will not matter. MINE will be taking the first game of this series.
Yeah, very good performance from MINE there. You can see the pressure was just too much for Parallax. Defensively, not looking as solid, but hopefully they can pick it up in the second game.
We're now into the second game of the series. MINE with a brilliant performance in this first game, and now they'll be looking to keep the momentum rolling as they approach the second. A 3-0 win. They'll look to keep it going. It's now Mog's apart, going for a ceiling shot perhaps. Let's put it well wide of the net though. But they have got some pressure early here as Hulam tries to get a clear, but a bit of panic coming out here, and then Mog's Norris will take it. A great clear though coming out. Cookies will be forced to put this to the side. Now Hulam up for this, onto the corner wall. Mog's back, will get that. There's a double commit here for Parallax, but Moggy does not manage to convert the open net, unfortunately. He does drop it down for another chance, but yet again another double commit coming out here. And Cookies just looking to delay it. Mog's back, puts it across field, and Moggy looking to get this. Trying to play it across perhaps, but it is challenged by Kobe Jack. Now Cookies plays it back to Mog's back here. Puts it past one, and Mog's Norris with the redirect, puts it over to Cookies. And now he's playing it onto the back, where one skunk will be having this though. Puts it over one. And Mog's Norris looking for the solo play here. What can he do with this? He's going for the flip reset. Actually, he does get it, but it is cleared away by one skunk. It's back down the other ends, and oh boy, some really interesting plays coming out from both sides here as the first minute has just gone by.
Definitely, and a few mistakes on both ends really. That open net opportunity there, Moxonaris couldn't get himself around the ball in time, but then even after that they still had a bit of time to convert it, and there was a couple of double commits and it almost went down the other end, but they cut it out a little bit sooner. But it's looking really good here from MINE again. Parallax, they are holding in much better than game one so far, so hopefully they can make something of it.
Yeah, for sure. They've had some chances of their own as well, and MINE, they are double committing quite a bit, and they have whiffed that open net earlier, which could have come back to bite them later on in this game. But 2 minutes gone, still no team has scored yet, as Fulham's looking to work this one into the box. Can he get this touch? No, Moxnard just booms it down the field. Now Cookie's chasing this one down. Kobe Jack looks to control it. Now Cookie's a brilliant read on that one. It is into the box, tries to finish it himself, but it is just played across the net. Moggs Norris onto the back where Kobe Jack does get a touch on it, but it's pretty weak. Moggs the back trying to get to this one, but the Parallax defense is scrambling a little on their. Cookies infield to Moggs Norris, and it's a bit too powerful. But let's give Moggy a chance for a solo play. It is put out by Kobe Jack though. Now here comes Moggs Norris, tries to snipe Moggy. It was a great try, but he just couldn't get the perfect placement on that hit. And then one skunk over to Kobe Jack trying to play it himself, but Cookie's playing interference here. Moggy does have his shooting chance, crossbar down and out. boy, that was another really close chance for Aumai, and as we just passed halftime, still it is 0-0 between these two teams, Jams.
And now we kind of cast his curse coming in.
Yep.
As soon as you finish that sentence, Mog's backpack there with a nice positioning play. Cookies with a wonderful pass, actually. Got a good bit of pace on it, and it just caught the Parallax team out. But like you said, there's been a bit of scrambling around that box again, and it's something they need to eradicate if they want to have a chance in this series.
Yep, and you know, the Castle's Curse coming back to bite everyone. And yeah, now Cookie's looking for another one. It is off the post. Kobe Jack looking to dribble this one out. Mog's backpack blocking that one. Here comes one skunk. It is blocked by Moggy. He looks for a second touch, but Hulam is there. And then Kobe Jack looks to play this one into the center, looking for a second touch for Cookies. A great block there. And Moggy infield to Mog's backpack. Doesn't get the touch, unfortunately. And now this one going towards net. Cookies, not a lot of boost to work with, but it is an easy save. Can't find the follow-up though, but Mog's backpack is there. And now here comes Kobe Jack, booms it up. It is intercepted. And one skunk plays it out to the right. Mox Norris is there, puts it into the middle. Where is Cookies? Does not appear to be there. Just playing back a little bit. Does allow a bit of space for Parallax to work with. One skunk tries to drop it, but Hulam has a shooting chance onto the post. Moggy does get it away though. Still, Parallax have some pressure. Kobe chips it, follows it up himself into the corner. One skunk again, trying to get this one into the middle, but it's cleared away by Mog's background. Now Cookie's taking over, trying to play this one into the center potentially, but cannot get it unfortunately. Now here comes Kobe Jack. A little bit of trouble here in the box. This one is played center. One skunk puts it high, and now two players up. They will manage to secure that clear. Now 1 minute left, Jams. What is it that Parallax need to do to get themselves back in this game?
I think that was a really good attempt there from Hulam, and I think another one too, and a goal line clearance from Mog's backpack, and there's still pressure on. Finally, someone gets the long clear, but yeah, that man Hulam, he's had so many chances, hasn't converted, and unfortunately, a bad infield pass there from that man, and it goes into Mog's backpack's hands, and Cookies there actually with a good infield. It's an easy bottom right corner one, but wow, that was very close to changing the game completely.
Yeah, definitely. There was so much pressure on there from Parallax. They had two amazing opportunities, but some clutch defense from Aumai saved them in that one. And then does he go back down the other end for the counter-attack? A brilliant pass. And he secured his second goal. Just absolutely amazing stuff from Aumai to keep some mental fortitude there. As Mox Norris is looking for the third. Off the line, Kobe Jack saves it. The follow-up is not there. And they're back down the other end. One skunk will be taking this one. We have to play it on his own, but Cookies does get a clear. Now Hulam, he will be able to play this one himself. Time is running out. Cookies looking to play this one himself into the center. It is blocked. Now back down. Mogs Norris waiting patiently for his chance. Let's go for it, but can't land a shot. But Aumai, they have all the pressure here. Looks like they'll be taking the second game of this series as Mogs back looking for one more. Can he secure an air dribble goal? Unfortunately not. It seems like it will drop eventually. It's still being kept up actually. So going as Mog's back puts it on the backboard. Will he score eventually? Cookies gets it. Let's see how long they can keep it up for actually. And he scored finally. Mog's backpack with the hat trick. Finally do get it. And yeah, I'll be Aumai again taking it 3-0. Just a very convincing performance once again.
Yeah, they had that 30 seconds of a little bit of a worry, I would say. But as I was about to say before it completely kicked off, Hulam has been in some wonderful positions and he's just lacked that contact on the ball or even some maybe boost management issues. But it does, Parallax they finding the weaknesses in Aumai, and maybe they'll be able to take advantage of it in this game 3.
Right, we are now into the third game of the series, and we are now seeing 3 versions of Moggy on the field now. And let's show you the scoreboard. Moxonoris, Mog's a backpack, and Pogsonoris. This is just madness from Armani, but I guess 3 Moggies is just too overpowered for anyone. You can win RLCS with that, but we'll see how it works out for them in this game. As Mog's a backpack does have this, it is put down the other end. Now Hulam, try to work this one into the box. Here comes Pogsonoris, put this one back in, and now here comes rule number 1/2, whatever you want to call it. Temporary 2v2 here. And Pogsonoris actually breaks it. Is he going to get punished for that? OneSkunk doesn't, but I think he would have deserved that, breaking that rule there. Mortal sin of Rocket League. Now here comes Moxonoris, pulling this one down the field. The demo coming out of Hulam does manage to come out clutch. Does get the clear secure as OneSkunk comes in. He's back in the Octane now, wasn't a Skyline last game. And then Mox a backpack puts the shot on net, off the post and in. And it is now 1-0 to Armani.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Kobe just getting up a little bit too late for that ball, got underneath it, and that's not going to be enough to the block, because as soon as it makes contact, it's going to come straight back to Moggs, and he puts it into the top left there. But great pressure from Parallax so far, definitely an improvement off the last 2 games.
Yeah, it seems to starting to find a way to counter Armani's playstyle. You know, putting up way more pressure, especially in that second game. In the third game as well, they did have some chances again, he just couldn't hit the mark there. They've not found any goals in this series so far. Can they find it here? But that pinch, oh my word, Mog's a backpack. Just keeping the scoring going here. What on earth was this jammed?
Yeah, so it came off the wall there. One strike. Once the ball's coming over the top of you like that, you're most likely going to have ball cam on, so you don't know who's in front of you, and he's just made some contact. And all Moggs needs to do there is just wait to make contact and send it back in the opposite direction. So yeah, really easy goal there, but that's very typical to see when you're in that kind of car position. So something Parallax does need to think about for the next few games.
Yeah, but it looks to be another goal. I think Pogsonoris tried to just redirect the one down, but he actually put it wide, and they could get punished for it as it is a counter-attacking chance. Hulam does cross over. Kobe Jack with a bomb, but OneSkunk can't find the open net. And oh dear, Parallax, they are going to probably concede from that as Pogsonoris converts it. That is just a heartbreaker for them.
And it's what we've been saying all this series. They're getting some amazing chances in that final third, and it's just coming off the post or the bar, or it's off target in general. But really good heads-up play there to get the bump. But they've just got to hit the net. That's all that's going wrong for them right now.
Yeah, that's literally the only problem I can see with their play right now. They just can't get the shot on net. But if they do manage to fix that, get some more composure, they will find more success. I guarantee that. And here comes Hulam with a chance, but what's he say from Mog's a backpack? Oh my. It just seems like they can't catch a break, Parallax, at this point. It just seems like every time they have a chance, they just get sent away, and again, back to the other ends. They just concede once more.
Yes, immediately onto the counter-attack. Basically, the similar Pogs had a lot more to do this time than in the previous goal. But again, Hulam, he had that chance of the shot. The near post wasn't covered, but when it hit the post, it gave Armani some time to recover, and they did it very well. But again, that first shot, it's got to go in.
Yeah, for sure, and it just happens time and time again for Parallax. Like, just can understand they're gonna get so frustrated because of it, because you can't seem to find any goals. But now it's 4-0 for Armani, and it just seems like that's off the back of just missed chances from the Parallax side. But this could be a chance here as this one rolls towards the net, but it is wide. And now looking for one more. Pogsonoris gets it past one. Can he get it past the second? It does fall to Moxonoris, who passes it back. Now OneSkunk has a chance to get this one middle with zero boots. He's still working this one into the box, but Kobe Jack can't find the shot as it is sent away. Now here comes Hulam, trying to get the shot on there. Here goes Kobe Jack off the back wall, trying to go for a shot there. Great idea from him, but Hulam trying to drop it down into the box. OneSkunk can't find it. Now it's a counter attack once again. Moxonoris taking a lot of time. The demo potentially coming out, but Hulam puts it over the net. Now OneSkunk does secure the clear, but here comes Pogsonoris getting the shot bottom right to secure his hat trick. Now 5-0 for Armani. Oh my goodness.
And it's another counter-attack goal again. You know, Hulam trying to do his best to get it off target, but you know, there's something really simple that you learn when you're playing football or any kind of sport like this, and it's to play the way you're facing. And again, he doesn't know who's behind him. He's popped it up onto the bar. He had 2 players in front of him that could have got a better clear on that ball. And again, this is just kind of communication issues that are coming out defensively, and then it's just about the shot accuracy on the attacking threat. And it's kind of a shame the scoreline doesn't reflect their play necessarily. I just feel like this is really going to put them down and out for game 4.
Yeah, I feel like it's, you know, it is a real shame because they've been having some great chances here. They showed some great stuff on the offense. They just couldn't get it over the final hurdle, and I mean, it has cost them so many goals this year. It could be the sixth, but once does get the clear out, and Pogsnars will be securing this save. But yeah, it's just a bit of a heartbreaker for them, and I don't know how it's going to affect them going into Game 4. Maybe they'll be more hungry to get some chances in there, but they'll be looking to sort things out in this game. And Pogsnars with the double tap off the post, and he almost cleared it out, but it is falling into the hands of Mogs of Backpack. And yeah,
yeah, he's cleaning up for Moxonaris there. I mean, it would have been a wonderful double tap, but he somehow managed to save it as well. So he'll probably claim it as a back pass. But yeah, just throwing that into the chat there about his disappointing chance. But overall, am I right in saying that Parallax haven't scored a goal this series yet?
Yeah, they've not scored a goal yet. So I mean,
wow.
You know,
so I mean, it's I think maybe that's their mental block coming through. Like they just need to score one, and surely it will get them back on track. And another chance again, really good from Hulan, but Kobe just wasn't ready for it. And if they're going to increase their pressure in the attacking third, they just need to start converting.
Yeah, for sure. And finally, they get one. Here we go. Hulan sends one through to get one on the board just on the minute mark. Finally, Parallax, they do it. They get a goal in this series.
Yeah, and I mean, you could put this down to the fact that they're 6-0 up. There was a few double commits coming through. I think Mogsa at one point was dribbling the ball in his car for like half the field, so you can tell they've kind of switched off in terms of their competitive tactics. But it's a good morale boost anyway, regardless, for Parallax, and hopefully they can transcend this now into Game 4, because I reckon this one's done, surely.
Yeah, it is. They're trying to get as much as they can out of this game, but the defense at MNU holding strong here, no matter what's coming at them. They can surely clear it. It's now a bit of pressure here still for Parallax. Kobe Jump puts it to the middle. The double commit here from Parallax again. Oh my, is this going to be another counter attack? Mogs a backpack coming in for the Brazil potentially is here. Jammed once more. Counter attack go for Almaini. What even?
Yeah.
Like?
I mean, I would say this game, like, MVP's got to be, you know, Almaini's kind of crossbar, because it's made more saves than anyone else has on this field. That's at least the 5th or 6th time they hit it in this game alone, let alone across the series. And it's just, you just need to start getting on top of the ball, getting it down into the net, because Almaini are giving them some wonderful opportunities, especially early in this game. But they're just not taking their chances, and it's tough to see, because you can see they're capable of so much more. So hopefully they pull it out, because they haven't got much more time after this game.
Yeah, for sure. We'll be seeing potentially one more chance as Mogsnors try to get that one off of Pogsnors' pass. And now this one will be surely dropping to the ground. Almaini, they're 3-0 up in this series. Just absolutely dominant. They're on for the sweep. But Parallax, they can surely bring it back potentially in this 4th game. They have had many chances, but they just need to convert them. Let's see what they can do. Alright, the 4th and potentially final game of this series, ladies and gentlemen. Parallax, they've been struggling all series long with their shooting, and they did finally manage to find their first goal in that game, but can they do more in this game? It doesn't seem likely so far, as Mogsanaris gets the first goal really early on.
Yeah, really nice pass here from Pogs, straight into Mogs, and a lovely redirect, kept the momentum of the ball. And you can definitely notice maybe a little bit of a BM coming out from Almaini. We've got a Batmobile, and I think that's a Roadhog XL maybe. So they're definitely not taking this game 4 as seriously as Parallax is.
Yeah, we'll see here. Mogs a backpack. He is on the Roadhog XL, it seems like. We're just going to see it right here. Absolutely beautiful car. Okay, back to this cam now. So... yeah, it seems like there's a little bit of BM, as you said it right there, you know, using bit of a troll car here. Mox Norris finally changing his car to the Batmobile, maybe not as much of a troll, but yeah, we'll see how it works out for them. As I Mox the backpack trying to get this one win on one skunk. We'll save it away. Now Hulam will be on this one, but Pogsonor is getting this one away now. Let's see what happens here as Mox the backpack, the Roadhog master himself does get it onto the backboard, but it is sent away, but a really fast recovery to get the ball there. Now Colby does get it out. Here goes Pogsonor, zero boost, puts it over to Moggy. Will look to get a touch on it, but can't find contact. And now, ball stalling in the Parallax half for a little bit. It's cleared out. Pogsonor clears it all the way to the other side. And Moggy has a ceiling shot attempt, does try to get it, but it's not a very powerful shot in the end. And Pogsonor is putting this one out to the right. Colby Jack looking to drop it down for Hulam potentially, but it is way too far forward for him. This one back to the middle. Here comes one skunk for a shot, and it drops back to the box, but Mox the backpack gets it away again. And yeah, Jam, there's not that many opportunities so far in the series except for the first one. It just looks a bit more even now.
Yeah, there does seem to be a bit of a shift in Parallax's sort of tempo and momentum. I don't know whether... I'm not going to obviously say that they've given up, because by all means they haven't, and they're still in this, but definitely tell that the morale might be a little bit lower. They're much less aggressive than they were in Game 3, and I think that was a positive move for them. But like we said, I mean, we've probably said at least 10 times now, they've just got to get the ball on target.
Yeah, for sure, and this one's back on the other end. Mogs a backpack with his Roadhog XL. It is, again, jammed, a counter-attack. I don't know what it is of Parallax, but it seems like every time they have a chance, they just completely let it slip in their defense. I mean, what is going on with that?
Yeah, I feel like there might be, I think we spoke about it last time we casted together, but maybe a couple of sort of second man rotation cuts, and like you said, they're very good if you can take advantage, but because they're not getting the ball in the net, it's causing that third man to be too far up the field. Like, he can't track back, he can't stall for time, and I think Moggs in particular has done it quite a few times, but he's just dribbling the ball up the field straight into the net, so they need to, you know, sort of either capitalize off their rotation cuts, or they need to go back to that usual rotation and buy their team more time to get back and defend.
Yeah, I think what would work best for them is just sticking to standard safe rotation, because they've managed to find opportunities. They could do that perfectly fine. It's just that their defense is lacking, and if they keep it safe, then they will surely concede less. But as I say that, Moggs Norris comes in for the third goal for his team as we reach halftime.
Yeah, nice little back flick there from Moggs the backpack, and then Moggs Norris comes in with a bellowing shot, bar down, causes it to lose a little bit of momentum, but there's not really much chance of saving that from that close range.
Yeah, for sure, and now halfway through this game, I might need to keep the momentum going. Parallax, they don't really have much of an answer to this thus far. They've got 2 minutes to work with, they can come back into. They just got to convert on any chances they have from here on out. So Kobe does have the ball, gets it into the middle for one skunk, tries to pre-flip it, but still can't manage to win the 50. So Kobe really struggling with this one, doesn't have a lot of boost of work, which tries to get a block, and now this one onto the backboard. All 3 players up for Imani, it seems, and one skunk gets an open net to work with, but he just misses contact on the ball. And now Hulam tries to take it, but now Kobe Jack, he does get blocks there. One skunk gets it away. Pogs and Norris does hit it downfield. He does manage to actually get a second block off the boomer. And then Mogs Norris just with this air dribble gets it over one. Hulam accidentally touches it, and a demo on the third man. Great plays here, but Hulam does come in to block it and deny another chance for Armani, but it just seems like Armani have got all the pressure now, Jams. It's like Parallax, they've just almost given up at this point.
Yeah, I feel like once that first goal went in really early on in the game, you could notice a shift in their playstyle, and I mean, they haven't even put a shot on the board this game so far. Almaini coming in with 9 shots again, or 7 shots, sorry, actually, but just continuing it, and I think that was an own goal there from Hulam, so maybe, like you said, it's kind of confirmed their position in this series. They just kind of, I think they've just called it a day.
Yeah, it was indeed an own goal by Hulam. I think he tried to just clear it out to the side, but didn't get the right angle on it. But just seems like Parallax are out of it. They realise, yeah, we can't win this series. I think the morale is so low for them, especially after that disastrous Game 3 where they lost 7-1 and they had so many amazing chances, but they just couldn't convert. And, you know, that's a real momentum killer for them. And, you know, it is a real shame, Jams. Like, I do feel kind of sorry for them because, you know, we know they have potential to bring it to Armani in the series. This could have easily been much closer in my eyes, but just their, you know, finishing just was not there this series, and, you know, it's a real shame to see it, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they were capable of so much more, and if they started converting a few of them chances, they would have got the pressure onto Almaini, and this is the thing. They've only scored one goal, which was probably merely just a consolation. They were 6-0 down when they got it. But competitively, if they secured a goal, especially in game two, and I think it was only a 2-0 loss, but they didn't get the second until the last few sort of last 30 or so. They could have definitely got an equaliser and got into Almany's head a bit, but they've let them play and they've been punished for it.
Yeah, just a real shame to see, but as the clock runs down, 4-0 for Almany in the fourth game, and conveniently a 4-0 sweep in this series, just absolutely dominant from Almany. Gotta say, very well played to them. They showed what they're capable of in this series, but of course props to Parallax. Even though it was a 4-0 scoreline, I don't think it really shows how well they really could have played in this series.
Yeah, I completely agree. They could have definitely brought it to them today, and whether it was nerves or just sheer luck of the draw, they just couldn't get past that crossbar. They couldn't get it down into the net, and it would have completely changed the whole focus of this game and the scoreline in particular. So it was a very good effort from them, but Almany just kind of flexing on them a bit, showing what they're capable of, and really good intimidation tactics going into their grand final now.
Yeah, for sure. So that is Almany into the Division 1 finals, and if I'm not mistaken, that may actually give them instant promotion into the Champions Division. I'm going to have a really quick look, but yeah, there are two teams at the bottom of the Champions Division that have dissolved, so congratulations to Almany. You're in the Champions Division now, it seems like, so they're going to be really happy with that, but of course now they have the title to play for.